You are watching Candid Talk with Tahir Gora at TAG TV. Finally, NAFTA has been replaced by USMCA, United States-Mexico-Canada deal. I'm joined with Honorable Andrew Scheer, the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada and the leader of the official opposition. What are your views, sir?
Well, I think we all have to remember that Justin Trudeau promised that he would come back with a better deal than NAFTA. That is what he told Canadians he was aiming for, something better than what we had. There is no doubt today, after Justin Trudeau has failed to secure an end to tariffs on steel and aluminum, he failed to protect our dairy sector, and he failed to remove tariffs on softwood lumber, that we have a worse deal today than we had before. We've given up major concessions on key areas, and Justin Trudeau did not gain anything from Donald Trump. So Trudeau has backed down on many, many issues, and we are now worse off today with this trade deal than we were under the original NAFTA.
Mr. Scheer, you said that you would have negotiated a better deal than this. What would be the outlines of such a deal if you would have negotiated?
Well, we have to remember that Justin Trudeau focused on a social justice manifesto instead of economic issues. When these negotiations first started, Donald Trump said, I want better access on dairy from Canada. I want better systems for autos for the U.S. from Canada. And he wanted better conditions for American drug companies and pharmaceuticals. Justin Trudeau's answer to that was a series of social justice issues that had nothing to do with the economy, that had nothing to do with market access. And at the time, we said that that was a mistake. We should negotiate forcefully on economic issues and market access issues. In the meantime, Trudeau has chased away a lot of foreign investment in things like the energy sector. He has raised taxes here at home, which makes Canada less competitive. And he has failed to fight Donald Trump in Trump's efforts to take jobs and investment away from us. So I believe with a more aggressive negotiating stance, by focusing on economic issues and by strengthening Canada's economy here at home, we could have ended up with a better deal. We would not have had to concede so much to Donald Trump.
What do you see the worst effect of this deal on our economy?
Well, the fact that the tariffs are still in place is probably the biggest one. Everyone was hoping that if Trudeau was going to back down and give up so much, that at the very least we would see an end to the steel and aluminum tariffs that didn't exist a year ago. You know, going into these negotiations, there were no tariffs on steel and aluminum for Canada. And now, after getting this deal, Trudeau failed to address that. So that's definitely the biggest one. For Canadians individually, the pharmaceutical changes will have a huge impact. So right now, under the existing deal, Canadian drug companies can bring in generic drugs after only 8 years of a copyright being granted or a patent being granted. That means after 8 years, generic drugs can come on the market, and that really lowers the price for prescription drug coverage. The U.S. system is a 10-year timeline, which means, and now Trudeau has adopted that, which means that Canadians will have to pay higher drug costs for an additional 2 years. That's going to affect every single Canadian because insurance premiums will go up, provincial health care costs will go up, and that means less resources going to provide services. So big companies for American, big profits for American companies and higher costs for Canadians. So it's another huge impact of this deal.
So, Mr. Scheer, what would you do with this deal if you would be elected as a Prime Minister of Canada next year?
Well, this is the deal. You know, we are stuck with the deal that Trudeau has negotiated. These are once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. This is not something that happens every 3 or 4 years. This is the first time that NAFTA has been renegotiated. So this is the deal that we're stuck with. What I would do now is focus on providing relief for Canadian companies and individuals on things like tariffs. I would focus on getting a deal, as the previous Conservative government did on softwood lumber, getting an end to those duties that the U.S. imposed on us. So those would be the areas of focus. This is the deal that they have signed. When I become Prime Minister in 2019, will have already been ratified by all three countries. And so my focus will be on improving our economic conditions and resolving these issues that Trudeau has failed to address in this deal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Scheer, for your very valuable views on Attack TV.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Those were the concerns and views shared by Honorable Tahir Gora with us at Attack TV News and Views today.